Hey, let me start things out, and then I'll turn it over to Josh. Um, and so we can, we're 4 minutes late already. But anyway, we're tracking now. I just wanted to take a minute to emphasize the importance of public image if we're going to grow membership in District 5000 and in your clubs. It's just a very, very key component for us to be able to tell our story and for the public to be able to see what we're doing and be able to want to join our organization. A couple of the really, really good examples, popped up, one last year with the Eco Club and the Ginky Ball project that got all kinds of PI, from, the Eco Club of Kaka'ako, and tossing the Ginky balls into the Alawai, making the Ginky balls. They just got a tremendous amount of newsworthy coverage. And it was newsworthy because it was a joint project and it was a large project. And like everything we do, it was making a difference. And what that did for the Eco Club of Kaka'ako is that, people were knocking at their doors, wanting to join that organization. And they weren't out necessarily recruiting and beating the bushes in order to try and get people, to join an organization. People already knew about the organization from social media and the news, so a very, very successful project. And then Susie out in Pahoa had a very successful project just a couple of weeks ago on the Paint Pahoa Town project. That also, a large project that involved 5 clubs here on the east side, plus the Eco Club of Kaka'ako even came over and joined in on that project. So that one became newsworthy on what we're trying to do and make a difference in Pahoa Town. And just one success story on that is I was having my DG visit with Susie in the Pahoa Club, and our councilwoman, Ashley Kirkowitz, called in to the meeting to talk about how great she thought that project was, and that Rotary was taking on this initiative. And she told Susie, I want to join your club. So that's a, very, very small club that, membership has been a challenge. But by bringing in Ashley, we'll also bring in a large following of folks that follow Ashley in everything that she's trying to do in our district. Last thing, and I'll turn it over to Josh, is, PI is not a one and done kind of thing. We just don't post one time on social media or clean up the website once and it be done. It's a continuous process to make sure that we're pushing out the information to everybody in the public, whether it be through social media, news media cycles. Joanne on Maui does a fabulous job in getting all the Rotary projects noted in the newspaper over there. So, there are definitely success stories around the district. And I don't want to take up too much of Josh and his team's talk this morning. So I'm going to shift gears and toss it over to Josh to kick things off.
Actually, we're going to give it over to Scott. He's going to go ahead and do the introductions.
Yeah, and by the way, Josh and Scott are a tag team. They're both co-chairing the PI team. So sorry for leaving you off that there, Scott. But now you're on, buddy.
Hey, that's all good, Randy. Robin never got a whole lot of love with Robin and Batman. So Josh is Batman. I'm just Robin. But super glad to be on the team. And I wanted to start off by just thanking everybody for taking time out of their busy Saturday to join us today. And I apologize too if I may have confused a few people with the some of the emails that I had sent out. So, but just wanted to say thanks for joining us here on Saturday. I'm actually still learning as we go too. So I'm going to be a big part of some of these training sessions that Josh puts on and that we're going to do as well with Conrad through the year. And kind of looking forward to that. So I'm your co-chair with the one and only Josh. So I'll pass it to you, Josh.
Well, good morning, everyone. So Scott Wishart, he is from the Rotary Club of Ala Moana. I am Joshua Lukwana. I am from the Rotary Club of Hickam Pearl Harbor. We are the 2022-2023 co-chairs. And so today, what we're going to be doing is discussing what district public image is. What are some of the subcommittees within our public image team. We're going to talk about logos and themes from the district level, from the club level. We're also going to talk about brand compliance. And then we're going to talk about some club resources and then what are the next steps. I'm going to be turning off my camera just because I have like 6 screens on and I want to make sure that you guys are focusing on the screen here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera. Are you guys ready? Thumbs up in the chat.
Yeah.
We're going to use a lot of the chat today because I think one, I can't see your faces, all of your faces. We're going to thumbs up. We're going to say ready. I want to drive conversations throughout this. So this is not just an opportunity for Scott and I just to talk at you, but we're going to be asking you questions. We're going to ask you to analyze where you are as a Rotarian in your club, in the district, as well as how's your club doing? So let's get ready. So first thing first, what is a public image? In just a couple words, can you guys just put some things in the chat, what you think public image is? And I'm going to read them. And here we go. I'm turning my camera on. So a representation of your club. I like that one. Thank you, Jerry. What else? What is public image? How we are perceived by the community. Love that, Susie. Keep coming, keep it coming. I'm going to give it about a minute more. And I'm going to read the official, I guess, how we're perceived by general public. Yep. So for more than 100 years, Rotary, sorry, I'm so reading, tells the Rotary story. I love what you guys are saying. These are great things. So for more than 100 years, Rotary has united leaders who are committed to using their expertise to improve communities. While we've made a significant difference around the world, many people still don't fully understand who we are and what makes us unique. It's important that we tell our story in ways that help people everywhere understand what Rotary does, how we're different, and why our work matters. People's perception of Rotary comes from their experiences with our clubs, with our programs, with us individually. So compelling and consistent brand communications can strengthen our brand and help us engage and attract more members, participants, donors, and partners, just like what Randy said. So public image is how we promote Rotary. It's being consistent in our communications through public relations, events, advertising, social media, and everything that strengthens Rotary's brand and builds awareness and understanding of how our members take action to create positive change in communities around the world. So, what is the purpose of the District Public Image Committee? What do you guys think? Scott and I and Conrad and PDG, Sandy, who's part of this committee, what do you think it is? What do you think is our role? You can unmute yourself if you want to say something or put it in the chat. No one taking, no takers yet. Teach us how to look good. Oh, you guys already look good. Show awesome D5000, how awesome D5000 is. Yes. Sue, make sure we are consistent. Yes. Randy, teach. Yes. Connie, teaching best practices to clubs. Yes. Shirley, to make us look good. Again, you guys look awesome. One of the things that I said is that we have to have a consistent message. So what is the purpose of the district committee, public image committee? Scott, I'll let you read these off.
Educate the public about Rotary as a community organization by promoting and communicating what is happening within the district and at the club levels. Number 2, support clubs in their public image efforts to promote their clubs. And then to also educate clubs on public image best practices with each club.
Now, if there's any of these that just strike out to you, put a thumbs up, put something into the chat. We're going to keep going. Other purposes of this committee.
Grow Rotary in Hawaii with new members. That's really important to us. We all know that. Influence the greater community to become involved in Rotary projects. Increase public awareness of Rotary by informing the public of Rotary activities. And establish and empower subcommittees to support the Public Image Committee mission.
I think the key word that I like in here is empower.
And facilitate training sessions at the district assemblies and support clubs in preparation for district conference.
Look at that. We're already doing that today. 2 more.
And identify multimedia platforms to establish a consistent and coordinated message to both Rotarians internal and non-Rotarians external. And to grow traffic and engagement on each media platform, website, social media, newsletters, etc.
So out of those things that Scott listed, I saw that you guys say engaging others, collaborating. Those are all things that we are here for. We are not the experts in marketing. We are not the experts in social media or websites, but what we are like-minded individuals that have gone through the training that is provided by Rotary International about public image. We are your resource. If we don't know the answer, what we're going to be able to do is find someone in the district that is. We know certain things about brand compliance based off of what our training has been, but there might be someone else that has a better idea. So the public image or the district public image committee is really here as a resource to each and every one of you and to all of our clubs. So we talked about the purpose of this committee. So how are we going to be able to do this? So first off, we are going to define objective differences between internal communications and external communications. What that means is, how are we going to target our Rotarians? Our Rotarians here in Hawaii, our Rotarians out throughout Rotary International. And then how are we going to communicate to those people that don't belong to Rotary yet? Well, this is how we're going to do it. These are our subcommittees. First things first, we're going to promote our activities through social media. Social media promotes activities of the district and the individual clubs on multimedia platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. The goal is to gain new followers, increase interactions with posts, and identify leads for new memberships such as Rotaract, Interact, regular Rotary clubs, donors, partners, and volunteers. We have at the district level established official accounts. On Facebook, we have 2, which is Rotary D5000 for internal activities and out external Hawaii Rotary. So those are both on Facebook. Then we have an Instagram page at Hawaii Rotary, and then we have a YouTube page that we promote all of these training that we do for our internal people, as well as our activities that are happening at the club level. So question to you, and put this inside the chat. Does your club have social media? Okay, if you have a social media, put your Facebook account. And that's going to be very similar to how I had it with the official ones, is at and then your club's name, or at Rotary D5000, or at Hawaii Rotary. And I'm going to type in my club at the Hickam Pearl Harbor. And as these things are coming up, I want you guys to look at their names. Does it clearly identify that they're Rotary? Does it clearly identify their club's name, or maybe their club's nickname? Now, if you guys have an Instagram, go ahead and put your Instagram accounts in there. Same questions here. As these names are coming through, can you tell it's Rotary? Can you tell that it's your club's name? Even so, like my club is Rotary Hickam Pearl Harbor, Rotary Club of Hickam Pearl Harbor, and our club's name is Rotary, or our Instagram and social media is Rotary HPH. It's kind of hard to clearly identify that it's Hickam Pearl Harbor. So it's going to be a more of a process, or for my club to brand themselves as HPH or Rotary HPH. So we did it. There's a reason behind it, is because Hickam Pearl Harbor is just too long to write out all the time. And some of you may have that same thing. So Rotary E Club, Rotary Club of Honolulu, Kapolei Rotary, great job. So a next one is our webmasters, our websites. One of the most common ways people in a community learn about Rotary and the good we do through a club or is through a club or district website. Our websites must inspire, must be simple, and have a clear call to action. So pictures, images of you guys doing stuff, of you guys laughing, of you guys socializing, helping children, providing clean water. Make it be simple. Don't put too many words on it. And have a clear call to action. Donate here, join us here, learn more about Rotary here. The district manages 2 websites, one for Rotarians, again, the internal audience, and one for non-Rotarians, the external audience. Our first one is our internal audience, which everyone should know here, and everyone should get familiar with it. It's RotaryD5000.org. Our second website is for external audiences. It's RotaryInHawaii.org. The 2 different websites manage or are focused on sharing specific things. So if you're already a Rotarian, hey, what's happening in the district? Like, what kind of training is today? What link should we be clicking onto? As well as, hey, what are some stories that are happening around the district? And then the external one, RotaryInHawaii.org, is for someone to learn briefly, very simple, what is Rotary? What is Rotary in Hawaii? Now, my question to you is, does your club have a website? And if so, put your website address in the chat right now. So I just put my club's website. It's rotaryhph.org. Again, can you identify that it's Rotary? 2, can you identify that it's the Rotary Club of Hickam Pearl Harbor? Probably not. But one thing that you've noticed with the 3 things that I put in there, my Facebook account, my Instagram account, and my club's website, it's all the same. So consistency is going to help people remember who you are or who your club is. Thank you everyone for putting your websites in there. I see HeloRotary.org, West Pearl Harbor Rotary.org. I even see a club runner website, AlamoanaRotaryClub.com. These are great. When identifying what your website name is, if you don't already have one, it's really important that one, it's clearly a Rotary thing. And the other one is making sure that it's easy to identify who your club is. So The next subcommittee that we have is to ensure consistency in the Hawaii Rotary brand. This subcommittee acts as a resource to the district and clubs to advise, create, and/or review design ideas. We want to make sure, and that third word up here, consistency. We want to make sure that you're using the right logo, that you have the right president's theme. So if we were to look at your websites, if we were to look at your social medias, thumbs up or thumbs down if you guys are using the right brand, the right logo, the right colors. We're not the police. So yeah, I see one thumbs up. Thanks, Lee. I put thumbs up for me. Marsha, she believes so. Okay. We're gonna, by the end of today, you are going to know if your club is brand compliant. Okay, we're going to move on to the next subcommittee, but continue to put a thumbs up or thumbs down if you guys are using the right logos and the right colors. Well, thank you. All right, so the next subcommittee is events and promotions. This subcommittee acts as a resource to the district and to clubs for events and promotions on a district-wide scale. So if you have a district conference that's happening like in May of 2023, you're going to work with us because we're going to be able to help you and ensure that, one, it's being promoted on our website, that it's being promoted on our district social media platforms, that we're giving you the right logos and that you're using the right colors. The next one, and it's very, very important, is photography. It is important to capture the district's activities because a picture can say a million words. Twitter, I think you're limited to 150. Instagram, I think people only read the first 200 characters. Facebook, I mean, if you have to click see more, probably not. So having a picture is very important. And with Rotary and public image, we have something called the People of Action campaign. We want to make sure that when people look at your photos, they see people of action, because it says together we transform, together we educate, together we connect. That is the People of Action campaign. And we're going to talk a little bit more about a resource where you can learn more about that. When it comes to photos, when you're posting these onto social media, when you're posting this onto your website, you want people that are doing things. The photos where they are posed and they're smiling and you're shaking hands or you're just all lined up, they're beautiful photos. It's great to document who was there and that people are smiling. But does that clearly identify what Rotary is? So think about your photos. Thumbs up or thumbs down if you guys are using the People of Action campaign properly. Thumbs up, thumbs down, or maybe so-so. Some of you guys are thinking about it. Connie says so-so. Not sure, but it seems like it at Rotary Club of Honolulu. Anyone else? It's not an all or nothing. What I'm here today to do is provoke thought, because public image, again, is that consistent message to share what Rotary is. Okay, let's continue with the next subcommittee. Videography. This committee acts as a resource to the district and clubs to advise, assist, and review video projects. So the previous one was photography. And so are your photos accurate? Well, when it comes to videos, again, we want to make sure that we're doing the People of Action, people doing stuff, not just hanging around and smiling at the camera or waving at the camera. They're actually doing things. But also when you're making your videos, overlay it with our identity, with our logos, with our themes. It's very important. Next one, public relations. So DGE, Mark Merriam, gave me a report from Club Runner for all the clubs that have a PI chair or PI committee. And we noticed that some people are calling their committee public relations. But I think it's important that we are consistent. This is the public image committee. You may at your club have a public relations committee as well, but each club should have a public image committee, which is similar to what we're doing here at the district. Public relations is a subcommittee for us. It acts as a resource to the district and clubs to advise, create, and again, review any type of public relations projects. This means that we're going to help you with developing a press or media releases. We at the district level have a resource for each and every one of your clubs that if you have something newsworthy, we're going to give you a template which you can get from the website, and I'll show you at the end, a website, a way how to write it out and who to send it to. Some very successful stories that we have is from Maui. And I have to admit that it is I think it's an easier task to get into the newspapers on the on the neighbor islands, such as Maui, the Big Island, and Kauai. They are so proud of their communities, as they should be, and they like to promote the activities that clubs like Rotary are doing. So if you guys need help with creating or reviewing a media release, let us know. Again, the next one is we're going to provide you Hawaii media contacts. So now, those are our subcommittees. What I'd like to do, and we have 23 participants in here, so I don't think we're going to go into any type of small groups, but we are going to have a discussion, and I would love for you guys to unmute yourself, raise your hands though as I ask these questions, but I want this to be a discussion. First off, what are your strengths in public image? So each and every one of you, the 23 participants that are here, what are your strengths with public image? And I'm going to read them off. If you want to raise your hand, you can go ahead and do that as well. Scott, I'm going to call on you while other people are waiting. Unmute yourself, Scott. What are your strengths in public image?
You know, that's what I'm actually working on this year, is to get my strengths up. But I would say that my strength for public image in our club is to help put together the actual event that we're going to be able to showcase for public image. So that might be setting up some social events. We're doing a couple events. Our goal right now, I'm at the Rotary Club of Ala Moana. We're working really hard. Conrad is my co-pilot on that one, actually even the pilot, I would say. And we're trying to do a social event almost every month or every other month. Sue Ann, who is on the call, is our president, and she's been working really hard to get people to collaborate that way as well. And so that way we'll be able to have a lot of good public image images, essentially. And, you know, that's our goal.
Okay, Arlene, you said that you post regularly on Instagram and Facebook. That is incredible, because consistency allows you to get your message out to the public. Marcia, you wrote newspaper. Can you tell us a little bit as to what makes you strong in that field?
In the past, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay. In the past, we've had a pretty good presence in the Hawaii Tribune Herald. We actually had a page that Randy could tell you about, supported by 6 member businesses taking out a small ad, and then we had the whole top of the page, which was very successful. Actually, the best result we ever heard was we recruited someone for a different Rotary club.
That's
but
awesome.
Oh well, it's still Rotary.
Again, that's right. So we are Hawaii Rotary. And so they may not be the right club for us because we meet at 6 p.m. on a Thursday. There's 52 other clubs that you are promoting. Having that consistent message is going to help not only your club, but the entire district. Okay.
Well, we kind of ended that when COVID started, because I felt it was very unfair to be asking businesses to advertise when they were closed.
Right.
So we're kind of making a switch. We do have someone who posts pretty regularly on Facebook. We have some kind of kerfuffle with our Instagram account that no one seems to know how to get into.
All right, we're going to talk about that more, but let's move on to the next question. What areas of public image knowledge do you as an individual need to improve on? Let's go ahead and put those in the chat. Again, what areas of public image knowledge do you need to improve on? Let's see. Video. I see video. Oh, Susie. Susie, I remember creating an Instagram page with you.
It's all disappeared.
It all disappeared.
Yeah, I wrote down how to get into it and all the passwords, and like it just didn't stick. So I'm like completely lost it all.
Okay, we're gonna have to connect. I see Arlene. You need more content. Okay, great. Lee, video, great. Yes, Rotary Club of Honolulu has a YouTube account. Putting content on there is very important. Okay, I love these. These questions are exactly what the PI or district PI needs so that we can gather things together and help you out with this. The next question here is, what would you or your club like to improve in regard to public image? And this may be the same things that you just said, like needing more content. So again, the question here is, what would you or your club like to improve in regard to public image? How about logos? How about your website? How about understanding Club Runner a little more? How about taking photos, posting onto Instagram, posting to a Facebook, creating a Facebook event? Marsha, our website needs a major refresh. Just like what Randy said at the beginning, a website should not be static. And static means staying the same. A website should stay up to date with what is going on in your club. Ooh, a second website. I like this. I like this. Okay. Next question, and continue to put your answers in here, please. The next question is, how can the district public image, how can the district public image committee help you attain your public image goals? I guess the first question I should have asked is, does your club have any goals? Susie, create mini YouTube video training on all this stuff. Wow, what a great idea. I love that. We may already have some already on the website. What else? What else can we, Scott, myself, Conrad, Sandy, help you and your clubs attain having a consistent message about what Rotary is, about people of action? I'm going to let you guys think about that, and you feel free to put that inside the chat. I'm also going to be sharing our emails with you, so that if it comes up after this training, feel free to reach out to us. So I've been saying this a lot, logos and themes. Is your club compliant? Is your club brand compliant? I think that's the word. Is brand compliant? In the chat, thumbs up, thumbs down, yes or no. Is your club brand compliant? And I'm going to say HPH, yes. Oh, I see. Marcia says yes. E-Club says yes. Susie, yes. Lee, yes. This is awesome. This makes me very happy. Patrick, yes. We do have 53 clubs in this district. So let's keep going. Well, what is brand compliant? Well, let's first start with the Hawaii Rotary District 5000 logo. So first things first is that you'll see that there is the Rotary and then the Rotary International wheel, or the mark of excellence. We have we're called Hawaii Rotary District 5000, and this is our logo. Hawaii is with the Nokina here. The Rotary International theme this year is called Imagine Rotary. There are two ways to present this. The first way is a vertical, and you have it on the left-hand side, and then you have an horizontal. And these are the only two ways that you can present this. You cannot separate it. You cannot take the little dots away from the zero, or from the O in the middle. You can't change the colors. You can't change the fonts. What else? MOE. How many people know what MOE is, or Mark of Excellence? Well, before I showed this slide, I'm going to share it. The Rotary wheel is the mark of excellence and should be considered the secondary logo. When you use it, we encourage you to position your club, district, or zone logo nearby for clarity and recognition. There is no simplified version of this mark of excellence. The words Rotary International must always appear in the wheel. And it is this gold color on a background, a clear black background, or white. Or you can have it in these other options: white on blue, or white on a dark color, blue on a white, or black on a white. You can't change it to purple. I love purple. You can't change it to green. I love green. These are the colors. So, how about these? How do these look? Is anyone cringing? If you're not, it's okay. So there are some clubs that are using one of these logos. These may have been past logos, but they have been retired, meaning that they no longer should be shown in any of your club stuff, whether it be your website, your social media. Maybe your club has a logo and it includes this old one. You should be taking this out. It's very important. When we see something like this, it shows that you're outdated. So it's very important that you use the correct mark of excellence, which is this. Okay. Is this next image an appropriate use of the mark of excellence? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Roz says no. Marcia says no. Helen says no. Okay. Sue says no. Thank you, guys. You are right. There is no, again, I said there is no simplified version of the mark of excellence. The words Rotary International must always appear in the wheel, so you shouldn't be doing that wheel by itself. However, you can use that, as you can see on the right-hand side. This is just a simplified version of the Rotary logo. It's not the mark of excellence. So you have Rotary and then the wheel. Okay, so logos and themes. Ugh, so much. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. Okay, how do you guys get your logos? How do you get the current theme? Put it in the chat or unmute yourself and start shouting it out. I'm taking everyone's silence because you don't know. And that's okay, because that's why you're here. And I'm going to go and tell you. You can go to the District Public Image Resource page. How many people here knew about the District Public Image Resource page? It's rotaryd5000.org/public public dash image. I'm going to pull that up right now. So if you go to that website, you come to this screen. This wonderful, wonderful screen will have the logos. It will have the themes. It will also have links to all of Rotary International's brand center. So here is that message that I said. I said for more than 100 years, Rotary has united leaders who are committed to using their expertise to improve communities. This is what public image is. On the right-hand side, if you click on this image, you can download the banner. And this you can put at the bottom of your signature on your emails. And you just have to right click and save the image. If you go back in here on the right-hand side, if you click up here, it'll always bring you back to this, this main page. So if I come in to look at who the District Public Image Committee is, you'll see the different subcommittees. I'm sorry, the purpose of the Public Image Committee. If you click on Public Image Committee on the right-hand side, as you can see, everything stays the same. It will talk about the different subcommittees that we have, the things that we talked about today. If we continue to go down, if you click on social media, it'll show you all of our different official public image social media platforms. So no more guessing, no more searching the Googles or the DuckDuckGo or the Bing. Come to the Rotary, the District Public Image resource page. Now, logos. This is great. So if you click on the logo guidelines, it's going to take you to the proper use of logos, what we talked about earlier today. This is a really great way to get familiar with it. One of the things that I do want to share is that even if you save an image from here, don't try to resize it because it can get kind of skewed, and we don't want that. We want it to look as beautiful as we see it on this screen. If you're looking for the district logo, go ahead and click on district logos and you'll see the different versions that we have. So if you want to, and I recommend if you guys are doing multi-club activities, instead of having every single club's logo on there, use the Hawaii District 5000 logo. We, you, me, Scott, Randy, Sandy, we are Hawaii Rotary District 5000. Now, well, where do you go for your own clubs? Well, you can. We have a link that takes you directly to the new brand center, and it allows you to create logos. It's very simple to follow. The only thing is it's kind of slow. So when you come into the website by clicking again on that link over here under logos, create your club logos at Rotary Brand Center. And I use the 2022 version, which is the new one. You're going to wait for it to load. And then if you're Interact, if you're Rotary, or if you're Rotaract, you just click on the one that you need. And then this will give you instructions on how to create that logo. So everyone that said no to having a brand compliant logo, go through this process. We also talk about themes. So the Rotary International President theme is on here as well, and it will explain to you how to properly use it. Again, I showed you what those images look like, the Imagine Rotary. But it's very important that you don't take it apart, that you don't try to change the colors. And one thing about this is that it's purple and green. If you put purple and green on purple, all you're going to see is green. Or if you put purple on green against blue, it may look a little odd. It might come out a little dark maroon. So put it on a white background. Put it on a black background, not really black, black's not that good. Put it on a white background, but they do also have white as a option. So you could do this presidential theme in all white. And if you come back here, you'll see that there's black, there's a full color one, and then there's a white one. So black is always going to go on white. It's good if you're going to be printing when you don't have color printers. This is going to be great if you put this onto a colored document. And then white is always going to be good on dark backgrounds. You may be asking, well, I know that there's like PNG, JPG, GIF, TIT, whatever. At the top of this page, it tells you what is the best format to use when you're printing something, when you're putting something on a website, if you're going to be putting something on a sign or having a commercial printer do something for you. These are the different guidelines to how you want to get those images. Any questions so far about logos? So I highly recommend that you guys use this district public image resource page. It is here for you. Some of you may have direct links to the Rotary Brand Center, and that's perfectly fine. It will, this website will eventually end and will go directly to the new Rotary Brand Center. It was released to the district public image teams throughout RI, but this is the one that we have directly linked to our resource page. Other things that I highly ask you to look for is any type of branding guidelines. The branding guidelines are going to tell you specifically what colors to use, what font size to use. If you have a graphic designer on your team and they don't want to use one of these resources, they want to develop themselves because they have that background, perfectly fine. Make sure that they're using the branding guidelines so that it is consistent and brand compliant. Same thing with using the official colors. If your website is a forest green, that is not on this list. So please don't use it. Use these colors. These are the beautiful colors of Rotary International. Again, going back to that thing that I said, it is a consistent look across all of our clubs and our districts. Other resources that you have available to you. Again, we talked about the district public image resource page. Keep this website. Is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Those are free platforms for you to share your services, share your activities, share what is going on. Another thing that I'm going to share with you is a free on these are mobile sites, but a free way to edit your photos. I think it's provided by Google, but it's called Snapseed. Snapseed allows you to put in any photo from your phone and then be able to edit it. And I'm going to show you quickly how easy it is to use. If I can get my phone to show. It's going to take a moment. Here we go. So go into Google, and I'm going to bring this over here. Go into Google, search Snapseed. If you have an iPhone, go into your Apple Play Store and search Snapseed. This is what the logo looks like. Once you get it downloaded for you, it's going to ask you to upload an image or from your phone, and then you'll be able to change the picture around with specific presets so that the picture does come out a little better. You can also use it to crop. So if you're wanting to cut out a very handsome guy, you could just do that very easily right on your phone. And these will all save to your phone, and then you can post into your social media or your website. The next resource is called CapCut. So if you guys have any videos that you've taken of a service project and you want to put that into your social media, what you're going to be able to do, let's see, is you're going to search CapCut. CapCut is going to look something like this, and then you're just going to create a new project. And I had already done one, and what I did is I added a bunch of photos, videos, I put some sound, I put my Rotary logo on there, and it makes the video. Our next one that we're going to talk about is, sorry, I closed my program. Our next free resource is Canva. Canva is an incredible free designer. It's fun to use. I got to find the right one. It's free to use. You can upload your own images, like I did here. I have my Rotary logo that I've uploaded, and I just put it on top of it. I used the correct colors, and then I just published, and I just download this, and it gives me a file to go ahead and upload into my social media. And for those of you that don't have a website or a club runner, there is Google Sites that offers you a free web page designer. It allows you to have a website, upload your photos, upload videos, and you can use any of these free editing sources and put those in there. You're probably thinking that's a lot. Yes, it is. Fortunately, Naomi is recording this, and it's going to go on to our YouTube page for later resources. But the bottom line is the district's public image committee is here to support your club. It's here to elevate the Rotary brand and to promote Rotary in Hawaii. So what's next? The next step is for you to develop a strategic plan for your club public image committees. If you don't already have a public image committee, or if you have a public relations committee, first change it to public image, create that committee, and then develop a strategic plan. How am I going to get compliant? How am I going to keep my social media up to date, showing the activities that we're doing? How are we, that's a we thing, how are we going to show that we are people of action? That is your strategic plan. So develop that. Then, if you want to spend 45 minutes with Scott and I once a month, join us at the district PI committee. It's a meeting. It's a third Monday at 3 p.m. on Zoom. Each month, we will talk about ways that clubs are doing well, talking about the clubs that need assistance, how we are creating plans and resources for these clubs. So join us. It's about a 45-minute meeting, and we're going to talk about best practices.
Asshole.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, what? Who's talking? Okay, next one. Join us for the PI meetups. We are going to be scheduling right after the PI committee meeting at 3 o'clock at 4:30. Here on Oahu, we are going to do a meetup at a local bar to talk about how to do people of action campaigns. We are going to practice posting. We're going to practice doing interviews and talking about the Rotary brand. We're not just going to be doing it on Oahu. We're going to be encouraging all the other islands to be doing it at the exact same time so that we can live stream it, that we can do Instagram live stories, Facebook live stories. So join us. And the next one is going to be in September. I forgot the date already, but it's at 4:30. And on Oahu, it's going to be at Pitch Sports Bar at Salt in Kaka'ako. And once we identify who's going to be leading it on the neighbor islands, we definitely will be sharing that information with each of you. Now, if any of you are on the other islands, our neighbor islands, and want to lead it, reach out to Scott and I, and we'll coordinate that with you. The next thing is to ensure that your club is brand compliant by June 30th, 2023. I also want to encourage you to reach out to both Scott and I using the website or the address publicimage@rotaryd5000.org. Schedule us as a speaker. We can come in we can do a website review. We can do a social media review. We can look at your banners. We can look at the things that you have and help you set up a plan to be brand compliant by the end of this Rotary year. So to end it, I'd like to open it up for questions. If you guys have anything that you want to say, but it is 10 o'clock. We were able to stay within that hour, even though we started a little bit late. But we want to let you know that we are here for you. We are a resource. You're not alone. Conrad, can you just talk a little bit? He's on screen, he's unmuted, but talk about a little bit of your role as webmaster with RotaryD5000.org.
Sure, absolutely. So, we are trying to use the District 5000 website as the primary communication tool online for obviously the members of Rotary in District 5000, but it's an awesome, great tool to communicate to non-Rotarians as well. And so that's why there's a lot of things that have changed on the website so that you can leverage it for your club. A perfect example is using the District 5000 website to promote your service projects in advance. And it does two things. Number one, it becomes a repository so that everybody just goes to one site to see what are some of the upcoming service projects that there will be. And it's an opportunity for you to get some help, right? So it's a call to action on things like that. So that was the most recent change that was made. And then there's more, it's going to be based on what you guys think we could do to help you and your clubs get more exposure through the website. The other thing is that, as Josh pointed out, we are here as the District 5000 committee to help each club. And so we're open to working with clubs individually on their respective challenges around public image. Also, if you don't know what your challenges are, which is fine, reach out to us so that we can help mastermind around what it is that you think you need help on.
Thank you, Conrad. And he is 100% right. We, Sandy, immediate past district governor Sandy Matsui, who we are so fortunate to have on our committee, she encouraged and empowered us to making sure that our websites, that our look, that our brand is simple. It's easy to use and it has that direct call to action. So as I showed you on our district website, and huge kudos to Conrad. He's done an incredible job, is that we have images that have been taken within the last year. We also have relevant information like that link for the district conference that's coming up in May of 2023. We have quick links. We have stories. We would love to hear stories from you. We also have that under public image, district public image resource. It takes you directly from there just in case you forget that simple website. But another one I forgot to show is the press release and media coverage. It is important that we are sharing stories about Hawaii Rotary. And so we created this direct link on here that allows you to see what kind of stories are being shared throughout Hawaii media. And it's also very important that if you don't have content, like Arlene, you mentioned, feel free to use one of these. If you have a story, if you have a media release and it didn't get into a newspaper, send it to us and we will post it on here. We want to promote, we want to shine a big spotlight on Hawaii Rotary because we are pretty freaking awesome. And I think one of you guys said is, hey, it's district public image committee's job to make you guys look awesome. No, you guys are doing an incredible job on your own. We just want to make sure that it's brand compliant, it's consistent, and if you need help, you have us. So with that being said, it is 10:04. I guess I did go 5 minutes over. I'm going to let Scott go ahead and wrap us up.
Well, I just wanted to say, thank you again for, taking time out of your busy Saturdays. And just to sort of dovetail on what Josh was mentioning, our first meeting is going to actually be on Monday, the 19th. So that'll be at 3 p.m. So if you have any interest in that, let us know, but I'll get out an email reminder to all. So thank you, Josh, for putting this all together, and it was great. And I just want to say, have a great weekend to everyone.
Thank you very much, Scott. Randy, any last words before we say aloha?
Yeah, just real quickly, Josh, special thanks to you and Scott and Conrad, for what you guys are doing. Awesome presentation. And you're spot on. Thankfully, it was recorded because I did get some feedback from some that couldn't make it. So it's great that they'll be able to pull it up. And even the ones that were here, you were like on fast forward all the way through. But you were spot on. So even a non-techie like me could kind of follow what you were talking about, where you were trying to lead public image. So great job, and a special thank you to all of you that came out and spent an hour and 5 minutes with us this morning. It really shows that you're truly know the importance of public image. And by all means, reach out to Josh and Scott to schedule. Everybody's looking for guest speakers. I mean, these guys, you can see how entertaining Josh is. Why not have him come out and be your guest speaker, for 25, 30 minutes and talk about public image, so the whole club gets the understanding of the importance of public image. So fantastic job, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, everyone. And thank you, Randy. Have a great aloha weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Great job. Great job.
Thank you. Aloha.
Great job, Josh. Thanks, guys.